Welcome to Satisfactory City. My name is Nilaus, so this is episode 36 of our recap of the stream day. Well, it's actually the recap of the stream day 36. And look at this absolutely beautiful base we got here. How awesome is it that the manta ray flies below the trains coming in? And we have these beautiful, in my opinion, pillars for the monorails, and I wish I could have monorails everywhere. So the objective today was kind of a grand scheme here. I think you have a new tower. It's all purple, seems appropriate. That is for the turbo motor. So the turbo motor was built sort of from scratch in a way that was favoring or is designed towards using trains as, I'm not going to say as they are meant to, because I don't think they're meant to do like this, but as I want them to do. You can see two more trains in here. So what we have is the train coming in. You can see it over at the horizon. This looks so beautiful. I wish you could have trains everywhere. I want trains everywhere. Unfortunately, the performance is absolutely shit. So this one is motors coming in, and the one going out is stators going out. It goes over to the red stator tower. This motor one is coming from, you can see it behind, the turquoise motor tower, coming in with a nice fresh batch of motors, freshly baked from the in the old motor oven in our 10x9 motor tower. Yes, that's the size of it, and that's the size that it should be. Over here we have radio control units also coming in. Well, look at this, just trains coming in everywhere. Now this is really cool that you can just see, like, okay, so this is how it's supposed to work. Interesting, didn't unload anything. Is that an error, or is it because it's full? Oh, it's because it's kind of full. It doesn't, oh, it did unload and then it started moving. What else? Yeah, this is one of the key problems, is that it's, and I can't click anything when it's unloading, right? No, I have to wait until it's done unloading. That didn't look right. This is motors coming in. This is really odd way of doing it. Okay. So my guess is that at the time of loading, it checks. It says, oh, it's full. Never mind. Or it just loads like maybe less one stack or something, and then you can see it just slowly goes out from here. But it's pretty big storage location, yeah. It's a bit of a shame that you can't control this, but like in Factorio, you just mark them out and say, don't fill it up to more than one stack. Because what happened yesterday when I streamed was that I killed power. At a certain point, it just goes. So we had to add more capacity. We may just fly over and have a look at that. But we spiked at, it was at 8.5 gigawatts, and I had to up it to 10 gigawatts, which means that at the time we've been up to 8.5 gigawatts. So this, in and of itself, it's pretty simple. We got the radio control units coming in. They're already coming in again. Let's just have a look at how this works. And just drive over to this tower. Then we can also take a look at the tower from the outside. You can see just everything is just fully saturated here. Looking great. The one thing that isn't saturated is AI limiters, because AI limiters are used for... they're used for a few things, right? I think they're used for radio control units. No. They're used for... here. For the turbo motor, they are used for supercomputers, and maybe they're used for something else. So I really like these towers here. I think they look absolutely phenomenal, these towers, and I wish I could sort of have trains everywhere going like this. And this one, oh, that's not going to work well, is it? I'm just jumping over it. Oh. This train is moving very slowly when going in. So here we have an inbound train over there for... oh, it's to station 24. That's not very good. That's the supercomputers that were supposed to come in here. Yeah. And we're waiting for the damn autosave. And this one is... can't remember what it's supposed to be. Oh yeah, supercomputers to... radio control unit, supercomputer, in. Well, that's a perfectly understandable abbreviation. And we just take that one to you, and yeah, now this train is working again. Not that it really matters, if I'm gonna be honest, because if you look at it, still got a few supers here, and we were gonna get more. But oh, we wanted to catch that one. Then it doesn't matter. We'll go up instead. Oh, what a mess this intro is. Or I really wanted to just make it crisp, but in the end I didn't do it. So this is the radio control unit tower, the one we built a couple of episodes ago. So what we do is we just climb to the top. So as the fact that we've built the turbo motor tower now, this is a tall one. Then we are basically, we don't have more towers to build. And what I'd really like to do, if the frames would allow me, was convert a lot of the long range belts into trains. If I'd had the space for it. So this is the final piece de resistance, the turbo motor, alternate turbo motors, taking motors, radio control units, air limiters, and stators. All of these are coming in by train. And that's how I would actually do things if I had done everything from scratch. I would basically say every single tower or every single production location has to be fed by trains. And that, I think that would be really, really cool. And somehow also get it back to somewhere else. And this is how many turbo motors we've already created. So easy peasy. They are just continuing building and will be ready for tier 8 unlock, or tier 9, or whatever the hell is the next tier unlock. But I also want to use this opportunity to just reflect upon this base, and that doesn't mean that I'm not going to play this again, but I am very close to the end of it because we've kind of don't have more towers. But if you have good ideas, throw them at me, and stuff like build a giant train station. Yeah, that's going to be 20 hours of just constructing and not really making any progress. I don't really like that. And so we can make some interesting things as well, for sure. But my main reflection is that this base has gotten too big for the game to handle. For some reason, the frame rate is just tanking, and it's gotten to the point where it's not pleasant to play and it's not pleasant to watch. And I feel that's really a shame, because this is not a big base in my world here. I mean, it's a decent sized base, but I'd like to make it like 5 times as big with a different layout. Yeah, but I just don't feel I can do that, and that's really killing me, because that's what I want to build. I want to build in Factorio. Like, imagine this. Look how cool it is with these trains. Imagine if there were 100 trains. Imagine how cool that would be. Just 100 trains just running around doing stuff. I think that would be so cool. I mean, but it doesn't seem to work. And until that gets fixed, I can't build big. And I don't know what I'm gonna do. Maybe it's the fact that I have so many entities in view at any given time. Maybe it's if I didn't build everything together in one place, but build it like far apart, then it wouldn't have to draw it, and the frame rate would be fine. I don't know. I'm gonna see if I can get some more input. If anyone knows this, and don't just throw random theories, but if anyone knows that whether it is because I built everything in one location, and if I had built each of these towers sort of more spread out than what I've done here, then it wouldn't be a problem. Like, they would just be all over the map. If that was the case, then the graphics would be fine, because the calculations happens in the background, and it's actually the graphics part that's killing me. That would be awesome, but I'm just making a lot of mistakes when I play, because I miss things, because the frames are not updating fast enough, and it's getting difficult to fly. I mean, it's okay now, but it also, even though they said they fixed the whole the subject with the particles and trains, I don't think it's fixed. I honestly don't think it's fixed, because the frame rates deteriorate gradually as the stream progresses. So there's something not working, and I know it's vacation, and I hope they'll come back and fix it, because my big desire is building big and grand and lots of trains, and so far I can't do that. That's a shame. So we're gonna take a bit of a vacation. I may do one more stream before my vacation. When we come back from vacation, I either have a concept for a new base. Oh, look at the lag from autosave. Either I'm gonna start a brand new base with a new concept, Or maybe if there are performance improvements, we can keep doing it. And even if I start a new base, I have to figure out if I can do anything to alleviate the performance gaps here, because I need to build bigger. This is not a big enough base. This is just too small for me. And I can understand that it's because everything is in view, and therefore all of rubber tower over here by the red one, each of these machines have to be, I don't know, animated or kept track of, or I don't know. I have no idea what it is, but if anyone knows, I'd really love to hear it. Anyway, that turns a bit more into a rant, because the build is pretty simple. We get 4 trains in. Once we have the 4 trains, it's just putting them into some manufacturers. And that's kind of, the funny thing is that all of our tasks have gradually evolved into being very, the logistics being the difficult part, but the actual build is just, oh yeah, put them into some assemblers, boom, or manufacturers. For good or bad, I could also do it like a different way of just saying I must build everything from scratch at each location. That would be a lot of builds, but I don't think that's ideal. So this is not the end of this series. I'll definitely do a base tour, just more in detail, but it's I'm kind of stuck with what to build for the next one. Look at our nuclear station here. We got enough power, we got enough production. There are of course some things like steel pipes that should be improved, AI limiters maybe also, but there's some things, and maybe then some more motor, some more power. Let's actually just have a look at the power just to see if it's gradually going down. I would expect it to go down. Would I? Why would I expect it to go down? I don't know. It's probably going to be fine there. Anyway, so thank you very much, and I hope that you will be checking in on future streams. There should be a stream coming up Monday, and also follow when I start a new series, because that's going to be very, very different. I can promise you it will be very different. It will look nothing like this. I might still do sort of like the microservice part, because I like it, the part where locations produce one thing and one thing only, because that's a great way to utilize trains, and I like many small trains rather than few big trains. It's just more awesome that way. So with that, thank you very much for joining. I hope that you are enjoying it. If you want to check out the VOD, the full VOD for rebuilding it, then it's on the second channel. The link will be in the description. Be sure to drop by the Discord. Let me know about thoughts and ideas and concepts, also in the comment section below. So thank you, and until next time, stay effective.